Hi everyone, and welcome to week 10 of your pharmacy software course. This week we are covering chapter 10, which is all about medication administration records. So I just wanted to point out a couple of things as we go through this week. The one thing that I want to make sure that you are aware of is that this week's assignment, you're not actually printing anything or anything like that in the program. This week's assignment, exercises 1, 2, and 3, are basically having you do some online things. So you're going to do a little research, you're going to do a little writing, and you're going to turn in the information from exercises 1, 2, and 3. What I want you to make sure that you do when you are looking for those things is, don't just make shortcuts. So, for example, exercise 1 says you're going to go online to the web page for the Form Suppliers MedPass, and they give you the link, and they want you to look at various types of medication record forms found under the Products tab for pharmacy. So it says to print out and review the records, noting what information is common to each form and how they differ. So you don't necessarily need to print those out, but what you are going to do for exercise 1 is just kind of make me a list. Okay, there's this available, and this is what it includes. There's this available, and this is what it includes. It doesn't have what this one had. So you're just making a list for exercise 1. Kind of maybe like the pros and cons if you want to think about it as far as what the forms available on this website have or what they don't have. Then in exercise 2, you're going to go online, you're going to search for electronic medical records, and you're going to basically look at all the different software companies that are out there and available. You want to select 5 different websites, and you're going to look at the information provided for each company that offers software for electronic medical records. So you're going to list 5 different companies. So for exercise 2, you're going to have 5 websites that you've been to, 5 different companies, and what they have available, and then you're going to talk about the advantages of the EMRs over the MARs. And what do you think the disadvantages are? So advantages and disadvantages of EMR versus MAR, and then a list of 5 places where you can purchase the software. Okay, so that's exercise 2. On exercise 3, you're going to go online and you're going to look up information about medication errors, and it says to write a brief report. So the report doesn't have to be pages and pages long. I do want to see at least 3 paragraphs. There's a ton of information out there about medication errors, so please don't skimp on this. Take some time, look it up, and write at least 3 paragraphs for exercise number 3. Okay? So that's just a little overview of what I want to see as far as your assignments go this week. Now, the topics that are covered in this chapter are everything that you ever wanted to know about MAR, EMR, and EHR. These are just the abbreviations about the different types of health records that are out there and available. So MAR is medication administration record. EMR is electronic medical or electronic medication record. And EHR is the electronic health record. So you're going to look at the differences of these, the similarities and the differences between these in this particular chapter before you do your research and do your assignment. Okay. Now, last but not least, I want to make sure to remind you this, since this is the final week of the course, that means this was open for you on Thursday, and it'll end on Thursday. So this particular week is not open all the way until Sunday. It's only open through Thursday of this week, and that's why it was opened early for you. So that means you have to have everything completed and turned in by end of day on Thursday, because I have to record all my grades and submit them to the powers that be by Friday at noon. So it's very, very important that you get everything completed and turned in by the end of day on Thursday. Now, to that end, please make sure you go back and you look and see what else do I still need to turn in. Anything that's still out there, assignment-wise or quiz-wise, you can still turn in if you haven't completed it yet. It's all still open. The only things that you can't go back and do are the discussion posts. Discussions close at the end of every week, so those are no longer available. However, turning in assignments, turning in quizzes, those are all still open and available and will be until the end of the day on Thursday. If you have problems meeting the deadline, you must reach out to me before Friday. You've got to get in touch with me and let me know so that we can talk about your alternatives. So please make sure that you do that. So as you go through and work on this week's material, if you have any questions about that or any questions about wrapping up the course, please let me know. Reach out to me and have a great week.